Okay, I'm playing E minor, which we already studied in a previous lesson. I just remind you the E minor chord, which is a very simple chord. You place your forefinger and middle finger on 2nd fret, 5th string and 4th string. Okay, so I began with this E minor in order to start working on a strumming, which I call double strumming, double down strumming. What do I mean by this? Take the position of E minor and with your pick or with your fingers, whatever you wish, of course, first hit the 6th string from up to down, and then start strumming down and up. Okay, so basically you hit once the 6th string and then down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, and the tempo will be okay. All right, so this strumming, we're going to use it later on during playtime. So just keep it there, and in the meanwhile, practice so that you can play together with us later on. Okay, I started with an E minor because today we're going to use the shape of this chord, the shape of this E minor, to build other two chords, F minor and G minor. It's really, really simple. So all we have to do is to substitute forefinger and middle finger go away, and we substitute ring finger and pinky. You place it in the same position of the E minor. Okay, then slide it 1 fret up the neck and add a bar. What's a bar? You place your finger across all the strings, as we said in the first part of the lesson, and because this is a minor chord, we can also, and basically use only 2 fingers, we can use also the middle finger in order to gain some strength. Okay, this is kind of complicated in the beginning because it's possible that you won't be able to press all the strings correctly. That's possible, so you might get something like this in the beginning. Don't worry, if it happens, all you have to do is to improve your pincher maneuver. So the thumb and the forefinger do like a little pincher, you know. So this is the effect we want to achieve. This is the effect we want to achieve. Okay, so this is called F minor. In order to do the G minor, all you have to do is to bring your forefinger to the 3rd fret. Okay, this note on the 6th fret was an F. I'm going to look for the G note, which is on the 3rd fret. I keep the same spatial relationship between forefinger and the other 2 fingers, so there must be 1 fret in the middle, and I will find the chord of G minor. All right, so having achieved this, we're going to try a strumming, the same strumming that we did before, using these 2 chords, 4 times for the F minor and 4 times for the G minor. You ready? You with me? We're going slow. 2, 3, 4. See what happened? We started playing and the elements began playing with us. It's great. Okay, so let's try to build a structure, a song structure, which, by the way, is the structure that we will use in playtime. So we're going to borrow another chord that we did in the previous lesson, and that's the chord of C minor. the chord of C minor, if you remember, basically we use the chord shape of A minor and break it down to the 3rd fret. All right? We also can do it this way. So you can choose if you want to do it this way or with the bar. I suggest that since we're doing F minor with a bar, G minor with a bar, just keep the bar and go down into the A minor shape. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing that we did before, 4 times the F minor, 4 times the G minor, and 8 times the C minor. In other words, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, what I did right now is basically placing a little accent on the first beat, on the 1, in order to give it a certain characteristic, to give it a bit more personality. So we'll try once again, try to hit the first note a bit, just a little bit harder, so that we give it an accent, something like that. Okay, so let's start once again. 1, 2, 3, 4. C minor. All right, how did it go? Good? Yes. So, in other words, what we're doing is to try to widen the possibilities of making music. So, placing accents, using a different strumming, using different chords, borrowing chords from other lessons, and things like that. Just one more thing, the structure that I gave you right now is called also the 3 chords song. We did this probably in the 3rd or the 4th lesson, so you might want to check it out again. It's a different structure in a way, but we also use 3 chords. It's important also to understand that there is a musical relation between the note of C, the note of F, and the note of G. C is the first, F will be the 4th note that we find, C, D, E, F, and then we'll find the 5th note, which is G. So this 1, 4, 5 relation, musical relation, is very important, and we will talk about it again in a different lesson. So right now, stay tuned for playtime.
Playtime, about time.
Yes, right. But before we get going, don't forget to
subscribe and to follow us on Pinterest, Facebook, Instagram.
Instagram, yes, Instagram.
Yes.
Yes, just press that button. Now, today we'll do all together
another original song,
which we called Effulgent Girandole Minority. A very evocative title, don't you think? So, how do we play it? With guitars? No, of course, yes, we said this already a long time ago. Anyway, we play it in this way. So I will start with a short arpeggio, and then we go into F minor, G minor, and C minor. We do it twice, and then we do the verse until 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this completes the structure of the song. The strumming, remember we did the double strumming. So 1, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 1 and 2 and 3 and... Okay, so I think you remember we did this in the previous part of this second part. All right, so shall we do it? Let's do it.
Yes.
You ready? Effulgent girandoles minority. compelling as the finest actors. Effulgent girandoles minority. Effulgent girandoles minority. All right, we missed a little part there, but don't worry, you're still learning, so that's important. Okay, so we hope you like what you saw and heard, and we can tell you that playtime will continue also in the next level of the course. So
join us on Joint Adventure Level 2.
Level 2. Ciao.
Ciao.